We said this was going to be a much more competitive game. We were right. If this does come down to a clutch game, the Cavs are 21-18, Warriors are 16-18. You know who's going to have the ball in their hands late. Thomas Bryant, low pass and buried a three. How about that? Oh, Schroeder took two defenders with him, including Thomas Bryant. And no one even thought about Bryant. 35% on threes, not bad. Yeah, no one even thought about contesting that one. Cutting Santos is fouled. So they can exploit that. Sometimes you can cut to the basket. Sometimes you can flare out, switch the guy who's screening. There's all types of things you can do. Look at Porzingis looking at that stat sheet. Like, did I fill it up enough? No, I got some more work to do. I'm gonna go back in.
I should have 2 free throws that never appeared on the stat sheet.
He's gonna scrunch it up and throw it away.
Donovan Mitchell with Thomas Bryant, Sam Merrill, Dennis Schroeder, and Evan Mobley. Shot clock down to 2. GP2 and Merrill just having to throw one up. That's great. 24 seconds of defense by the Dubs.
And they got the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands.
Santos, tornado move, and then foul.
Yeah, what the call is that? I mean, nobody is safe with Guy Santos out there when you have that ball in your hands.
He's flat on that free throw, and Mitchell headed the other way.
Yeah, look at Guy Santos run now. When he runs back, he looks like he's struggling.
Good passing inside, and Mobley pays it off.
And Guy Santos was having to deal with Evan Mobley in there, so they threw it right to him.
So Cleveland knows they're in a game. Warriors are shooting only 41%, but their energy, the effort, and Guy and GP2. The give and go, oldest play in basketball.
I'm watching Guy Santos hobble around, and he's still a weapon offensively. Tough pass to handle, too. He's got great hands.
Schroeder with that snake dribble, the delivery inside. And this is one LJ Crier's never played Schroeder. You got to dare him to hit jumpers, and it's easier said than done because Schroeder is so clever.
Yeah, you got to do that so they don't keep picking on Guy Santos on the defensive end.
GP2 had Mobley on him. He one more time, back to GP2. Tic-tac-toe to Draymond.
Well, listen. On one side, it's the Guy Santos offense, where he's making plays. On the other side, they're kind of going at him here. You got to get someone else involved here defensively.
Did LJ back off Schroeder? That's where you want him to live. Okay. No, I mean, that's your playing the percentages. The guy's shooting 29% for the last month.
You know, I'm still blaming that on you, though, right? Because he heard you talking about it. He's like, watch this. You don't think I can shoot it? Oh, it's a knee to the back.
Schroeder's fouling it.
You heard Josh Tibbin there. It's just rough that the Cavaliers get a free throw out of it.
Well, Draymond,
again, I understand.
Plus, the Warriors keep the ball.
Warriors, especially in the first half, they did a great job getting in the paint. They had 40 points in the paint, so they are getting active in there. LJ Crier is one that can get inside, too, not just his three-point shooting.
This crew has done a good job, as LJ missed the second free throw, of letting Draymond and others hit from the line. Here's the extra possession and tech.
So
they go by each other.
That happens a lot.
Yes, it does.
Of course, GP2 smiling afterwards. He can't help himself.
Now, got the team. Shot clock at 7.
Can he channel all this into their basketball?
Keon Ellis on Guy. He got rid of him. Put it out to Podziemski for 3. But it all starts with a Guy Santos drive.
And he's been going at Keon Ellis the whole night. Keon Ellis isn't able to do anything. He's had to step on him. He had an angle. I like the no-goal.
He got a ball game. And Cleveland throws it away.
Yeah,
it's Harden and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. You'd love to see the Cavaliers fall apart. Basketball for the Warriors.
You think of Podziemski and Draymond. They played last night. And they still got gas in the tank tonight. Draymond set that screen for LJ. 3 on the way. Off back iron. GP2 will track it down.
Those long rebounds off the threes.
Another chance to take the lead.
I'd say
shot clock at 4. Podziemski deep 3. He got another one. Ponza 17.
We're flying high right now. You have a ton of momentum. You can feel it in here. Dub Nation voices their approval.
Lob inside. Draymond broke it up.
Of course he did.
LJ thought about that. Keon Ellis good closeout. Deflected away. Guy Santos caught it. Guy lays it in.
Guy Santos has been big time tonight. Listen to this crowd.
An 11-0 Warrior run.
That defensive play, fantastic.
This game, the heap stacking stops. Shot clock at 5. Harden calling his own number. And a no call. Well, Harden got a lot of contact there.
Well, Draymond was up to the task. It's a lot of defense he had to play.
Guy Santos, decel. Brendan Mobley, he waited, and then contested.
He tried to decelerate on him.
Oh, decelerate! That's still my favorite.
He almost scored it.
Back Strus and Merrill, they put both three-point shooters out there. Mobley, Harden, and Keon Ellis. Strus has had a great game and putting it up and in. He's got 18.
That's some timely buckets. That's a timely drive there. You're right up on him, so he's using that.
They're a different team when he's healthy, by the way.
Exactly.
Missed a lot of the year, but playing really good basketball on the way back. LJ Cryer, Pajemski, Draymond, GP2, and Guy. LJ Cryer around the outs. And here comes Harden the other way. Cleveland a chance to tie or take the lead. It's a Cavs team with 47 wins. A year ago on 64. They won 7 of the last 10. Skip pass to Keon Ellis for 3. Big rebound, GP2. He was falling out of bounds and he stepped on the baseline. So 6:28 left with Porzingis and Melton in, giving Draymond a little bit of a rest. There now wants to get it back to Harden, let him run. Harden back to Allen on the roll. Couldn't finish there, and Porzingis the rebound. The Lennon said it in the first quarter. They give it to the roller more than any team in the NBA. Porzingis 3. That will ricochet out of bounds to Cleveland. He's playing through a lot of things.
The training staff is on the ball.
Been busy.
24 hours.
Shot clock at 10. Strus catching 2-3. Big rebound again. Jarrett Allen smartly threw it off of Melton. Now remember in the NBA, it's irrelevant whether Melton is in or out of the field of play there. Harden again. Even it to the roller. And Jarrett Allen ties the game. Long way to go with 5.5 left.
And again, they're going kind of off weird matchups. James Harden on Kristaps Porzingis. You got to let him touch it.
He's got it now, but Strus switched onto him. Porzingis shooting right over him. As long as they're not going to double, Kristaps can get that shot off whenever he wants.
Yeah. Let him switch or let him not switch. Doesn't matter. Give him the ball.
16 on 6 of 11 shooting. Merrill, he's going to attack Porzingis, but Donovan Mitchell missing that 3. Allen will track it down. Extra opportunity for Cleveland. Allen's got GP2. He beat him around to steal the ball.
The little big man, but the fact that he is smaller, he uses his quickness. He's not just going to let you catch it.
2-point lead in the ball. Porzingis long and strong on that 3. Merrill is fouled on the rebound. It's a great defensive play.
Warriors have the lead here again.
Double screen up top for Harden. Harden getting down the lane. Harden will lay it up and in.
So that's where the communication has to come out, because he rejected that screen there. You jump to the screen defender's on the wrong side. So he's going where the help is not. It's smart.
4-minute, 24-second game. That's clutch game again. Santos 3. Got it! He's got 25!
He showed his highlight reel. He's like, I'm not done working. He's still got to write more in his book.
He's got 10 in the fourth. Mitchell trying to answer for 3, and he does.
You'd like to get maybe a little closer to that screen if you're Porzingis. That ball screen, he's in drop coverage. You try to get out there and contest.
Mitchell with 25, Guy Santos with 25. Anthony Melton flipping it up and out. He is 2 for 12 shooting tonight.
I'd love to see either Porzingis or Guy Santos touch it. They're your two engines right now.
Allen is fouled on the roll. So Cleveland by 1. They might need to take a look at that 3.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
They've shown they'll change a call mid-game.
Well, you can do it in a dead ball. Shot clock down to 5. Porzingis on Harden stepping into the lane. Trying to get some contact and couldn't bank that home.
They collapsed on him that time.
Winding down to 3 minutes.
tall screen.
Beard to the roller, Allen, and he's fouled. Draymond going to make him earn it.
Yes, hey, get that magnifying glass, Secaucus, and see what you can come up with.
Second free throw. Allen on the night, 13 points, 12 rebounds. He missed the second one again. So a 2-point game.
Sometimes people
they tighten up.
Tighten up down the stretch.
He's a 72% free thrower, but he's 3 of 8 tonight. Jamski missing that three. The Warriors 8 of 23 on threes in the second half. They were 5 of 21 in the first half.
You go with that split action, you're coming off wide open because they're drop covered. You just can't capitalize.
Mitchell back out to Strus. Draymond ran him off the line. Put it in and foul is Allen again.
Tonight. We always talk about him leading by example. He's been doing it on both sides of the floor.
So Allen hits both free throws, and now it's a 2-possession game.
Look at what Jamski is saying. Hey, just throw the ball down here and try to take some time. Well, there's no time to run off the clock right now. He's just wanting to set something up.
Full 24 to work with. Jamski wanted to foul from behind. He made the basket anyway. So Bonds has 19.
That's when it looks good. When you roll the ball like that, and you pick it up and go make a play like that.
And you dig in defensively.
It's all ball screens right now, both sides of the floor.
And then they return it to the roller. We've talked about that. Harden to Mobley. In the lane to Strus for the open three, and he got it.
But Jared Allen on that weak side was keeping 2 guys inside with him kind of.
Tell you, Max Strus, 21 points, 5 of 8 on threes.
He's been big time. The fact that he's just getting healthy, he makes a massive difference.
Jamski flying in the lane. Somehow got that to DeSantos. Now to relocate. Odds of a step around to lay it up and in. So Jamski doing this. He's got 21.
He's just so active out there. You mentioned the relocate like step. He's just moving at a different speed, especially when a big is closing out to him. He's not letting him off the hook.
Strus hit one big three. That one flat. DeSantos owns it. Minute 28, down 3.
Massive possession.
RJ Crowder to the rolling Porzingis. Kick out to Draymond. 3 on the way. And that's just the difference tonight. The Warriors cannot hit from deep with any regularity.
A stop here is a must. Another pick and roll.
Harden gets DeSantos on the switch. Allen comes to set the screen. Shot clock down to 5. Inside the final minute, down to 3. Harden to Strus. He got it off in time and buried a 3. You miss a 3, they make a 3. That's the story of the game.
He came off of him there late. I would have loved to see them just single cover that. On-ball defender has James Harden pretty well handled, it seemed like. But
you need points, you need him in a hurry. The final 45 seconds. But Jamski to the lane again. See, they didn't need a 3 the last trip down. That was a little bit of a mistake.
Well, you don't have to foul here yet. They're going to try to take the time. You might have to foul, actually.
The 2-possession game.
They're going to try to take as much time as possible.
About a 20-second difference in the game clock and the shot clock. They can't quite freeze out the game, but you're going to need 2 possessions. Harden looking for the silencer, floating it up and in, and he does.
They're late.
Porzingis. DeSantos knows he has to launch a 3. Off the heel of the rim. What's going to be frustrating tonight?
It's going to be tough to beat the Cavs twice, though, especially without Steph. Allen missed that free throw. Look at Steph. He's cheering the whole night, but it's not going to feel great.
You got great.
Well, you're missing your main closer, and it shows up in games like this.
Jamski will lay that one in. Can you steal the inbound? Strus is running, and he's got.
But they're competing. They're competing in these games against these elite teams, giving themselves a chance. Another clutch game here where they just couldn't get over the hump. James Harden makes a big difference for them. Even though he only had 17, a lot of double teams where he's initiating.
And now Harden is going to shoot it for.
You're taking care of the ball. You're giving yourself a chance. You just weren't able to make enough shots.
You think about it, before that was the difference, but
massive.
Harden and Steph both in the same draft. And those numbers, 9th most in the history of the league.
He's had a wildly successful career.
LJ Cryer missing there, and that will do it.
When it comes to individual achievements.
Well, this ended up being a tremendous NBA game.